Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. A 25-year-old man is in jail this midday accused of stabbing a 17-year-old boy in what Sioux Falls police say appears to be a random act. Officers were called around 6:30 last night to the area of 8th and Railroad downtown. Police say two people were walking when another person came up and stabbed one of them. The alleged suspect ran off, but officers found him a few blocks away. The teen was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. Luis Torres Cuadrado was arrested for aggravated assault, having a concealed weapon, and cruelty or abuse to a minor because the alleged victim is under 18. A 38-year-old woman is behind bars accused of assault after allegedly running over her ex-boyfriend's motorcycle. Sioux Falls police say around 9 last night, the man was at a stoplight at Lyons Avenue and 12th Street when the woman drove up beside him. Police say she tried blocking him with her car and eventually drove over the motorcycle. The man was able to hop off and wasn't hurt. Jamie Hurley was arrested for aggravated assault domestic. Runners, organizers, and Sioux Falls police are getting ready for tomorrow's Avera Race Against Cancer. The race will affect traffic in southeastern Sioux Falls starting at 7 tomorrow morning. Several roads will close for the race, including portions of Southeastern, 41st Street, and Bonson Avenue. The race is expected to wrap up by 10:30, with some streets reopening sooner. Up in the skies, we might have a chance to see the northern lights tonight, Megan.
We might. There's a big solar storm happening and we have some clear skies ahead of us overnight, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. Right now, some sunshine here in Sioux Falls, 73 degrees, but that stronger north wind at 23 miles an hour. And as we head around the region, some sunshine over Rapid City right now at 66 and that north wind at 17 miles an hour. It is 68 right now in Mitchell, 67 Watertown, 70 in Mobridge, and that cooler 56 degrees in Custer. We are dealing with that stronger north to northwest wind today, right now at 15 to 30 miles an hour, with a few higher wind gusts expected. Now these winds will die down as we head overnight tonight. We do have a few clouds working their way over the Black Hills and along the Nebraska border. Not expecting anything to come out of these clouds today. What little clouds we do gain this afternoon will die down after sunset, and we could see those northern lights. That area in red clipping the northern edge of Keloland, viewing will be likely. Now, in most of Keloland, viewing will be possible, so if you get away from the city lights, you could see some of those northern lights starting to pop up overnight tonight. For today, some sunshine, that northwest wind sticking around, 74 the high Sioux Falls and Aberdeen, 72 in Pierre, and 67 in Rapid City. Then for tonight, the skies clear out, those winds die down, 44 Sioux Falls, 43 in Aberdeen, 45 in Pierre, and 44 in Rapid City. Tomorrow, more sunshine, mostly light winds, and those temperatures are going to start increasing. 76 in Sioux Falls, 77 in Aberdeen, 78 in Pierre, and 75 in Rapid City. Even warmer as we head into Mother's Day Sunday with more sunshine. We'll keep those winds light, but we do have a chance of a few afternoon rain showers Sunday evening. We'll take a closer look at what to expect in just a little bit.
Thank you, Megan. You may be itching to get into the garden this spring, but some high school students in Sioux Falls have already gotten a big jump on planting season. They've been growing plants, flowers, and produce from inside the greenhouse at Sioux Falls Christian during the course of the school year. The students in this plant science class enjoy their daily chores in this greenhouse that's also a classroom.
Some of my jobs have just been watering the plant beds, and we have a little like water tester to see if they need to be watered or not. So we'll go around doing that, and I just water the plants. Or sometimes they need to be repotted because they're getting too big in certain pots, so I'll be doing that.
Find out how the students are helping families in need put food on the table through the produce they grow in the greenhouse later tonight at 10. Plums Cooking Company in Sioux Falls is fundraising to send a student from Axtell Park School to one of its culinary summer camps. Plums offers a long list of week-long camps each summer, including baking and flavors of the world for kids aged 13 to 17. The cost for a teenager to attend camp is $300, but a GoFundMe has been established to foot the bill. A social worker at Axtell says this is an essential skill for students to learn.
It's so important. I think just like learning how to make healthy choices, right? I think it's so easy to just go grab the bag of chips or, eat eat the mac and cheese and all of that stuff. And so learning some of those healthy habits now while they're young, so that they can, get better at those as they get older and prepare for their own future families.
If the GoFundMe raises enough money, Axtell will send multiple students to culinary camp. We'll tell you what the kids learned beyond cooking later tonight. In national news, in the nation's capital, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle say President Joe Biden needs to do more to secure the border, with some vulnerable Democrats telling the president it's time for meaningful executive action. KELOLAND Washington correspondent Trevor Shirley has a closer look now at the push from lawmakers.
More than a dozen swing district Democrats say the border issue is an electoral hazard not only for them, but for the president, too. In a letter to President Joe Biden, 15 House Democrats say it's time for him to use whatever executive power he has to fix the southern border.
We are working and are willing to work with our colleagues to find common sense reforms that would actually help fix our broken border policy.
There's growing concern among Democrats, especially moderate ones, that immigration could tip the electoral scales in Republicans' favor this fall.
This is not a Republican issue. This is not a Democratic issue. This is an American issue.
This week, the White House announced a new rule speeding up the asylum process to more quickly identify migrants with criminal or terrorist connections and expel them from the U.S.
This notion that they're going to turn people away at the border is great if they'll actually do it, but that has to come from top.
Earlier this year, Republicans killed a widely supported bipartisan border reform deal. The White House continues to campaign on that, hoping to build political capital by pointing to Republicans as the sole problem.
What we're lacking right now is enough people with enough courage, mainly political courage, to do what it's right, to come to the center and get this done.
Sources say discussions within the White House over using executive action to fix the border have been ongoing. Publicly, the president says it's on Congress to act.
This affects everybody. This is not a partisan issue, and it's time to put border security over politics here in Congress.
Sources say the administration hasn't made a final decision on the use of executive action, if the president plans to use it at all. Reporting in Washington, I'm Trevor Shirley.